The story begins in the year 1617. We see a ninja named Hanzo in Japan. Hanzo lives with his clan in a small and peaceful village. His family and his clan were living a simple and peaceful life. One day, Hanzo went to the well to fetch water. While Hanzo was not at home, suddenly a dangerous man, by Han, entered the house. He came inside and started killing the members of the clan. Chaos broke out inside the house. Hanzo's wife immediately understood the situation. She quickly hid her younger son under the floor so that his life could be saved. Holding the hand of her other son, she tried to run out of the house, but Baihan was standing at the door and blocked their way. Baihan asked them, "Where is Hanzo?" But Hanzo's wife and son said nothing. They refused to reveal Hanzo's location. Then Baihan used his terrifying power. A sharp blade of ice formed on his hands. At that very moment, from a distance, Hanzo heard his wife scream. He immediately dropped the bucket of water and ran back toward the house as fast as he could. But by the time Hanzo returned home, it was already too late. He saw his wife and son lying on the ground. Both of them were dead. Ice had frozen over their bodies. Seeing this, Hanzo's heart broke and he was filled with immense anger and pain. At the same moment, some enemies came out of the bushes. As soon as he saw them, Hanzo immediately drew his sword and started fighting. Hanzo was a highly skilled fighter. One by one, he killed them all. Then more assassins came out of the bushes. Hanzo took out his knife and tied it to a rope. Then he swung the knife around and threw it at his enemies. Without any mercy, he kept eliminating his enemies. After a while, Hanzo came face to face with Baihan. Hanzo immediately threw a kunai, which cut straight across Baihan's face. After this, an intense fight began between the two. Baihan grabbed Hanzo's own weapon and stabbed it into his stomach. Hanzo immediately attacked with his head and freed himself, but Baihan grabbed his neck and used his freezing power. Hanzo quickly moved away and struck Baihan in the stomach with his sword. But Baihan did not back down either. He grabbed Hanzo's head and slammed it hard against a stone. Still, Hanzo did not stop. He kept fighting. In the end, Baihan threw Hanzo with great force, and he crashed into a tree. Then Baihan picked up a dagger and stabbed it into Hanzo's shoulder, after which Hanzo lost consciousness, and Baihan left from there. After some time, Hanzo heard the sound of a baby crying. Slowly, he tried to crawl back toward the house across the ground, but his body had become very weak. He died on the way. There was a dragon mark on his arm. Suddenly, fire came out from that mark, and the fire burned Hanzo's body. His body disappeared without leaving any trace. At that moment, a man named Raiden suddenly appeared there through magic. He picked up the small child and left from there. It is said that in this world there are 6 different realms. Humans live in Earth Realm. All these realms have a fighting tournament among them called Mortal Kombat. If Earth Realm does not win a tournament soon, a realm called Outworld will attack Earth. There was also an ancient prophecy in which it was said that Hanzo's bloodline would one day gather exceptional fighters and lead Earth Realm to victory. Now the story comes to the present time. We see a fighter named Cole entering the cage for an MMA fight. People were very excited. Among them was Jax, who was watching the fight very carefully. Cole fought very well, but his opponent caught him in a chokehold. He held Cole in it for so long that Cole lost the fight. Later, inside the bathroom, Cole was washing his face. Suddenly, he saw a vision. Cole thought that maybe all this was because of his injury. Then he went to look for his daughter Emily. When Jax came near him, Jax noticed that there was a dragon mark on Cole's chest. Cole said that it was just a strange birthmark on his body. Now we see that place called Outworld. Baihan was now known as Sub-Zero. His master, Shang Tsung, was worried about the prophecy. That is why he ordered Sub-Zero to go to Earth Realm and kill the fighters there before the tournament could even begin. In the evening, Cole went out for dinner with his wife Allison and daughter Emily. From a distance, Jax was keeping an eye on them. Suddenly, snow began to fall in the middle of the hot season. Ice started forming on the tables and windows. Sub-Zero appeared in the middle of the market. When he attacked people with his ice powers, people got terrified and started running away and hiding. Jax immediately put Cole and his family into the car and started driving away from there. During this, Jax pointed at the mark and said, "This is not a birthmark. It is a sign that you have been chosen to become Earthrealm's champion." A little further ahead, as soon as the car turned, they saw that Sub-Zero was freezing the ground. Jax got out of the car and began taking his weapon out of the trunk. He told Cole, "Run away with your family." He gave Cole an address and told him that Sonya would meet him there. Sub-Zero had now hidden himself inside a building. Inside the building, ice had formed over the walls and the stairs. On the upper floor, Sub-Zero attacked Jax from behind. Jax tried to fire his gun, but Sub-Zero froze the gun itself and shattered it. A hand-to-hand fight began between the two. Jax fought him fiercely, but because of Sub-Zero's armor and his strength, no damage was done to him. Sub-Zero threw Jax out of the window and grabbed him by the arms, freezing both of his hands, which after a few moments shattered apart. Then he threw Jax down into a pit and assumed that he was dead. In Outworld, Melina told Shang Tsung that Sub-Zero had killed one champion, but the other had escaped. Shang Tsung Tsung said, "Send more assassins." He revealed that he had won the last 9 tournaments only by cheating. Meanwhile, Cole left his family a home and went to the address given by Jax. When he entered the junkyard, Sonya immediately attacked him and easily knocked him down. When Cole mentioned Jax's name, Sonya said, "Show me your mark as proof." After seeing the mark, they went inside the house, where Sonya showed him the research room. She explained that 7 years ago in Brazil, she had seen the dragon mark for the first time. When Jax defeated a man, the mark transferred onto his body. The research revealed that this was a secret tournament in which fighters with the dragon mark are chosen to fight. To save Earth, you will have to fight. They needed to save as many champions as possible because Earth's champions were being killed even before the tournament. At that moment, Cole saw Hanzo's photo and once again began seeing the same strange visions. Then a sound came from the darkness. When the light was turned on, it was revealed that Sonya had captured a prisoner named Kano. Kano was a fighter who fought for money. The mark had appeared on his body when he killed a champion. Kano was speaking very filthy things about Sonya, so Sonya punched him and shut him up. Suddenly, the lights went out. Sonya noticed a hole in the roof that had been made with acid. Then an invisible creature started moving around the room. Things began falling and it attacked Cole. Then that creature knocked Kano down as well. Sonya calculated its position and fired her gun, making the creature slightly visible. It was a reptile. It launched a fierce attack on Kano with its claws. Meanwhile, when Sonya ran out of bullets, she threw knives. The first 2 knives hit the reptile, but it escaped. The third knife accidentally struck Kano in the leg. Now the reptile disappeared again and hid in the ceiling. It spat acid on the beam of the house and then attacked Sonya and Cole. Neither of them could see it, so it was very difficult for them to defend themselves. Kano noticed that the acid was slowly melting the metal beam. Seeing this, Kano immediately came up with an idea. He quickly placed his handcuffs under that beam so that the handcuffs would weaken and break, setting his hands free. After a while, the metal weakened and the handcuffs broke. As soon as he was free, Kano immediately jumped back into the fight. He pulled the knife out of his leg and at the same time lit a flare, which without wasting any time he stabbed straight into the reptile's body. As soon as the flare entered the creature's body, it began running around in pain. While running, it set the room on fire, and during this it became visible. Now all 3 humans together started fighting that creature. The reptile stretched out its long tongue and grabbed Kano. Seeing this, Cole immediately threw a knife toward Sonya. Sonya jumped and, while still in the air, stabbed the knife straight into the reptile's chest. But even after that, the reptile forcefully pushed her down to the ground. However, during all this, Kano got free. As soon as he was free, he wasted no time and pierced the monster with his hands. He even pulled its heart right out of its body. In this way, the reptile was finished. After the fight, Sonya became very frustrated and upset because all of her research had been burned and destroyed. Then Kano said, "I know the location of a temple where the champions train before the tournament." But Kano clearly said, "I'll tell you the location, but not for free." Sonya replied that if he took them there, he would be given $3 million. Hearing such a huge amount of money, Kano immediately agreed. But later, Sonya took Cole aside and said that she did not actually have that much money. The next day, one of Kano's friends was taking them to the temple in a plane. During the flight, Cole kept getting strange dreams and visions again and again. When the plane reached above the desert, everyone jumped out using parachutes. Now they had to cover the rest of the journey on foot. While walking, Kano kept behaving rudely. He started teasing Sonya, saying, "You're jealous of me, aren't you? I have the mark and you don't." Later, this nonsense turned into a small fight. Sonya easily defeated Kano in just a few seconds and showed that even without the mark she was stronger than him. In anger, Kano said, "If you have the courage, then kill me." But Sonya refused to kill him. After walking for a long time, the group met Liu Kang. When Kano made fun of him, Liu Kang immediately attacked him with fire. Then the man introduced himself. In fact, he too was one of the champions. He agreed to take them to the temple. After walking a few more kilometers, the group saw tunnels hidden in the mountains. Liu Kang explained that this place once used to be a famous temple. Then, using his power, he opened a secret door. Inside the chamber, there were paintings of many tournaments decorating the walls. Seeing these paintings, Cole was reminded of his visions. Meanwhile, Kano tried to steal some things from there, but Liu Kang directly told him to put them back. Then Sonya noticed that some monks were going into a room. She followed them and found Jax lying there unconscious. Liu Kang said that his wounds were very deep, but it was possible that the monks might be able to heal him, although it would take some time. Then Liu Kang introduced everyone to Lord Raiden. Raiden looked at them and said that they were not ready to fight yet. When Kano started acting difficult, Raiden gave him an electric shock. Then Raiden explained that Outworld had already won 9 tournaments in a row, and if they won one more time, they would gain permanent control over Earth. Just then, a cold wind suddenly blew and Liu Kang's fire went out. Liu Kang immediately understood that Sub-Zero had reached this place. He instantly threw a fireball, but Sub-Zero dodged it and with his icy attack knocked Liu Kang backward. When Sub-Zero was about to kill kill Liu Kang with his spear made of ice, suddenly an iron hat came flying to save him. This weapon belonged to Kung Lao, who had come to help his friend. At that moment, Shang Tsung and Melina also arrived there, but Raiden immediately teleported in front of them and stopped them with his lightning powers. This created an energy field, because of which the enemies had to leave. Later, Cole and Kano were taken to an arena. There, they could awaken their powers, but Sonya was not allowed to go there because she did not have that special mark. Sonya went to check on Jax. At that moment, Jax regained consciousness and saw that he had been given artificial mechanical arms. In the arena, Cole trained with Kung Lao and kept facing him for a long time. But when Kung Lao started using his hat as a weapon, he knocked Cole down in just a few moves. Then Kano fought Liu Kang, but he too lost within a few seconds. Liu Kang healed Cole's wounds, stitches, and burns with his fire and told him how Raiden had found him and how his fire powers had awakened. He told Cole, "First of all, understand what your reason for fighting is." Cole kept training the whole day, and he kept losing again and again. Jax also started training with his new arms, but for now he was still weak. At dinner time, Kano, as always, started making fun of everyone. This annoyed Kung Lao and Liu Kang. They said to Kano, "You talk too much, but what happens to you when it comes time to fight?" Hearing this, Kano started shouting angrily. His eyes began to glow. Suddenly, a laser shot out of his eyes, but Kung Lao deflected the attack with his hat, and the laser went straight into the wall. Now everyone understood what Kano's power was. The next day, Cole trained with Kano. Kano happily kept beating him again and again. Liu Kang wanted Cole's power to awaken through pain, but nothing like that happened. Later, Cole asked Raiden about his mark because he had not received it by defeating anyone. It had been on his body since birth. Raiden told him, "You are Hanzo's descendant." He explained what Sub-Zero had done to his father Hanzo and his entire clan. After Hanzo died, he went to another realm where he has been wandering in search of revenge. Raiden said that when Cole was a child, it was he himself who had gone there and saved him. Raiden felt that Cole was still not strong enough. That is why he opened a portal and sent him back to his family. At the same time, Shang Tsung was gathering fighters. He wanted to break through Raiden's barrier and enter at any cost. Kabal, who had an old rivalry with Kano, came up with a plan. After some time, Kabal came outside the barrier and provoked Kano, tempting him with money. After that, Kano fired his laser at the energy shield device. This caused a massive explosion, and the barrier broke. Black smoke now began filling the temple. Taking the opportunity, Shang Tsung entered with his team, and an intense battle began. Jax was fighting a fighter named Leiko, but Leiko knocked him down with his hammer and rendered him unconscious. At the same time, Sonya was fighting Melina. Melina was extremely powerful, and she attacked Sonya multiple times with her knives, then lifted Sonya and threw her into the arena. She was so vicious that she even licked the blood off her weapon clean. Then she realized that Sonya was not even a champion. That is why she did not kill her, because there was no benefit in doing so. After Melina left, Kano grabbed Sonya and pressed his thumb into her wound. Then he threw her onto the stones and fired his laser at a statue. As a result, the entire structure collapsed, and all the debris fell on top of Sonya. When Jax regained consciousness, he saw Sonya trapped under the stones. He tried very hard to remove the rocks, but he could not do it. While trying to save his friend, he awakened the power inside him. Now his mechanical arms became even more advanced. He easily removed the heavy debris without much effort. On the other side, Liu Kang went straight after Kabal, but his fireballs were quickly blocked. Kabal immediately lunged at him and continued the fight, showing just how incredibly fast he was. At that same moment, Kung Lao threw his hat toward Shang Tsung, but Shang Tsung easily dodged the attack. He said, "I will not fight some small soldier." That is why he summoned Natara. Natara came flying out of the darkness, screaming. Kung Lao closed his eyes and focused. When Natara came from behind to attack, Kung Lao heard her movement and immediately moved aside. Then he jumped behind her. Kung Lao controlled his hat and made it spin on the ground. Then he forcefully pushed Natara downward. Natara fell directly onto the spinning hat, and her entire body was cut into two pieces from the middle. At that same moment, black smoke secretly entered Cole Young's shed. Cole felt that something was wrong. That is why he went outside, and there he saw Goro. This enemy threw Cole to one side and began moving toward his family. Cole showed him his mark so that Goro's attention would remain focused on him. Then Cole went inside the shed. He picked up a crossbar and hid, waiting for Goro to come through the door. But Goro smashed straight through the wall and grabbed Cole with his many arms. He began beating him brutally. Goro even broke the wooden beams and started using them as weapons. Because of this, the shed began collapsing, and Cole quickly tried to get out. But due to the debris falling from above, he got trapped. Yet Goro still had not let him go. He pulled Cole out from under the debris and was ready to rip out his spine. At that moment, Allison picked up an axe and attacked Goro, but Goro shoved her aside. Now Allison and Emily ran toward the car and thought of crushing him with it, but Goro stopped the car itself with his strength. He smashed the roof of the car and tore off the door. Then he dragged Allison out. Cole became extremely desperate to save his family, and his eyes began to glow. His power finally awakened, and golden armor appeared over his body. He charged toward Goro. Goro struck him with the car door, but the armor absorbed the attack, and Cole did not feel even the slightest pain. Using his new power, Cole grabbed Goro and broke one of his forearms. But within a few seconds, Goro reattached it and started punching Cole with all of his hands. Then Emily screamed, "Use your uppercut, Cole." Uppercut. As soon as Cole landed the uppercut, Goro staggered. The next time Goro came into attack, Cole's armor glowed and two new weapons appeared. The fight continued, and Cole cut off one of Goro's arms. Then he slashed open his stomach and finally killed him by stabbing a blade into his eye. At the temple, Raiden sensed Cole's power and opened a portal so he could bring him back. Raiden activated the lightning and tried to save the champions, but he was only able to teleport Jax and Sonya. When he was about to take the others away, Sub-Zero launched an ice attack and blocked the lightning. Now Cole fell to the ground. Sub-Zero was about to attack again when Kung Lao threw his hat toward him. Then Shang Tsung used his power to pull Kung Lao toward himself and killed him by extracting his soul. Hearing his scream, Liu Kang punched Cabal and ran toward the arena. But by then, it was already too late. Cole held Liu Kang back so that he would not do anything foolish. Just then, a bolt of lightning appeared and teleported them out of the temple. The entire team was now standing in a void. This was a place between different worlds where they could not be tracked. Raiden gave Cole his father Hanzo's dagger and sent everyone to different places to stop the fights. Jax appeared in front of Leiko and stopped his weapon with his new arms. After breaking the hammer, Jax punched him repeatedly and crushed his head between both of his hands. Meanwhile, Kano was at Sonya's house. Sonya secretly came out from beneath the floor and cut his leg with her hand blade. Then she attacked from behind and stabbed a knife into his waist. A fight broke out between the two. Sonya broke a bottle and smashed it into Kano's face, stopping his laser. Then she disappeared from there. Kano thought she had gone downstairs, but she was actually in another room. Taking the opportunity, Sonya threw a bottle of acetone at him, which caused his eye to shut for a while. The fight continued in the bathroom. Both of them kept picking up objects and hitting each other. Finally, Sonya climbed out through the window. Kano followed her and caught her in a chokehold. Then Sonya found a garden gnome on the ground and stabbed it into Kano's eye, killing him. As soon as that happened, the mark appeared on her hand. At the same time, Liu Kang was ready for Cabal. Dodging Cabal's blades, he attacked with flaming punches. Then he landed several kicks on Cabal's chest and knocked him into a black pit. After that, Liu Kang used his power to summon a fire-breathing dragon, which burned Cabal to ashes. Meanwhile, Cole's fight with Melina was still going on. Melina was attacking him with the help of her portals. Now Melina started roaring, and her face split open, revealing a huge mouth filled with many teeth. When she tried to bite Cole, he blocked her mouth with his weapon. Then Sonya arrived and used her new power to fire a plasma beam, which blasted a hole through Melina's stomach, killing her instantly. At Cole's house, Sub-Zero was standing outside the door. Then he appeared in front of Cole and showed him Emily's bracelet. At the same time, he froze it and crushed it in his hand. In anger, Cole followed him into the smoke and was teleported into his gym, where ice had imprisoned his family. Sub-Zero attacked, and another fight began. Cole's weapons were frozen by the ice, leaving him unarmed. After a few punches, Sub-Zero tried to freeze Cole's armor as well. Cole pulled out his father's dagger and attacked, but Sub-Zero counterattacked with it. Cole blocked the strike with his hand, but the blade cut his hand and blood began to flow. As soon as the blood touched the dagger, it began to burn like fire. Sub-Zero immediately understood that this was Hanzo's dagger. He was about to finish Cole with it when suddenly a chain pierced his hand. It was Hanzo, who had returned from the world of the dead. Hanzo pulled the chain, dragging Sub-Zero closer, and attacked him with his large sword. Sub-Zero defended himself with the help of an ice blade. The two fought, but at the right moment Hanzo stabbed his dagger into Sub-Zero's body and said that now his name was Scorpion. While they were fighting, Cole was focusing on his power so that he could break the ice. Sub-Zero struck Scorpion's hand and used his blood to create a new blade. Then he stabbed Scorpion in the back and threw him hard against a wall of ice. But Scorpion did not give up. He kept fighting. Then Sub-Zero created a copy of himself made of ice so that it could block Scorpion's attack. While fighting, both men fell near Cole. Cole, too, had to leave his family for a while and join the battle. Now Scorpion and Cole started fighting together. But even then, finding an opportunity, Sub-Zero froze Scorpion's leg in ice. Remembering the death of his entire family and clan, Scorpion ignited the fire within himself. This fire freed his leg and also saved Cole's family. Then Scorpion and Cole attacked together once again. The two of them easily pierced Sub-Zero and beat him severely. When Sub-Zero finally fell to his knees, Scorpion burned him to ashes with his fiery breath. After this, Scorpion said to Cole, "Take care of your bloodline." Then he disappeared into a swirling tornado of fire. Cole was safe with his family, and the rest of the team also arrived there. Suddenly, Shang Tsung appeared and lifted Sub-Zero's body. He promised revenge and disappeared before Raiden could attack him. If you like the video, then please give it a like, subscribe to the channel, and we'll meet in the next video.